guess there. Oh. Ta-da! It's always such a chore getting everything up and running.
Well, the other way.
Yes. I remember what I was doing. Just don't remember where I was really far away.
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be...
Who's that?
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I trust I'm not intruding.
Who are
Back
you?
from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable.
Still don't know who you are.
So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Very well, then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Who are you?
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason, she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled.
So that's 4. I've got Ifrit for 5.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
She was
Oh,
6.
dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion.
Ifrit and
Yet in
Phoenix were
spite of
5.
it all,
She was 6.
she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed,
Sid was removed
I
at
am
7.
confident she will remain.
And
Now,
Benedicta was
as to the matter of
8.
payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
This is a much better place than the cave ever was.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
What? I literally just talked to one before you.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. Titan took much from us that night, and the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Oh, thank God. That's okay.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
And then he just claims it to be a like a war scar or something.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern.
So this is not hello, my queen. Interesting.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
Right, where is Joshua now?
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
No, because the thing is inside of him.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
There he is.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Well, if you stop, like, not communicating with him, maybe y'all can figure something out.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Let's go, my lady.
What would make Martha leave the rest? What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Dutch. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to... And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing. Complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is...
Don't worry, Otto.
Any volunteers, just say the word. Dab hand when it comes to the old fisticuffs.
Of course. Oh. Nope, let's get the side quest first.
Finish with that lot.
Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
Then how is it?
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Assuming we had any pitch, doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left it.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland.
Well, I'm glad someone round here. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noted now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest.
Prioritize this quest.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
Over here! Stay down!
It's over. I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Ah, okay. Oops. Up the elevator.
Finish with that long.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you
Find is one.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse.
Argo. So,
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came.
Oh.
What happened here?
come on. We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are.
What was this one? Because that's the most.
No, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles. Not
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But,
Oh, please don't tell
before
me
you
she's
go,
dead.
one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers would... I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
That's right, there's no fast travel there.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Anything catch your eye? At all, is it?
Oi, look sharp!
If those horses...
Look. Up ahead. Martha. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials.
Then, Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn?
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
joke. There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire. We're not alone. Very well. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
Okay.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. Stay down! Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
But where? Just trying to see if there's...
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved. Tell Matt to beg Sid's aid.
I shall.
Sid, where are you?
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
So much death.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers...
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearer's remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. If the abbot were still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
My queen left me. You're really gonna make me walk all the way around.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating highball. You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge.
I was kind of hoping for like the
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden,
being scattered.
and bear it out to sea.
A little optimistic.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Me too. She needs to leave. Like, she needs to come with us to the hideout.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed,
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains, but it should have been me.
how?
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night I assumed it was all just nonsense. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. Which begs the question, my mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right, if those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people... Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend...
Okay. Then you can have curse breakers. Why do I have a plus? What does that mean?
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy, course you are. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not?
Chocobos.
You heard me right. And not just any. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds.
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, they saved... Oh, go on, then. There's a good...
Where can I find...
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
Good luck.
That means I'll probably get like
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
feather.
A white feather. thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
Hold, please. I'm assuming I got it.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off.
All right, then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
It's over.
You're safe now. White Heart, I presume.
You two get along.
Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
What? I get both of them back.
Ambrosia. It's you. You survived.
Wolf.
And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! He isn't over! I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum.
Well...
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to...
What is it, girl?
You be nice.
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
I get everyone back.
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Oh! Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed.
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. Don't you worry. We'll get a... You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You seem awful familiar now. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be... Anyhow, best be on my way.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
With faithful steed, hopeful for the some ambrosia. I guess I'm actually done here. Does that mean I can only summon ambrosia there, or am I able to summon ambrosia?
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble. But none of the curse breakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head?
I can't skip some of that.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Okay.
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield.
Oh no.
And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Oh, you're back. Now I can probably find like all the side quests, hunts, yeah.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Is it business or pleasure?
Oh no, I didn't want any of these. Yeah, no.
It'd better all be here.
I think it's all right to touch.
Back, are ya? So, what'll it be? And?
Oh, this place is a lot bigger than I thought.
along now, Martel. See, I am,
Is everything all...
Oh, yeah, it's just, well...
It's good to know there's something of the...
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. I took it on, you see, after she... Well, and not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers. You couldn't take them some, could you?
It would be nice being the bearer of good news.
Oh, she always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, here you go. Martel apples, they're called. You hear that, Martel? Today's fine.
Sad she died. I was supposed to get the first taste of the fruit.
Did you come through the forge today?
Yep, that way.
That broom's as ragged as it goes.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here.
Could.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples. She'd have been proud.
These are those apples.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen old Sid, who was the only one who could stomach the thing. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that...
That sounds like the Sid I...
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were Hang on. He's on my... I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy. I reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to...
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. Cursebreakers send their thanks. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree.
And through you. Her dream would have died...
I didn't do anything, really, but...
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't...
Of course not. I'll... They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful?
I hear there's trouble in those areas. That room's as ragged as...
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Though, just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. Then perhaps I can.
Oh, Clive!
The patrons, does that mean...
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. You earned this.
Ah, okay.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Think you can help?
For right now. Clearview, Sandbrack, oh, okay, I don't have a choice. So you know.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Have you all done yet?
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same?
I did say Sambrack. I don't remember if I said Central Sandbrack or not, though. Clairview Sandbrack. Okay, so it's in here somewhere.
Keep them pilgers nice and
Look
chill.
at this place.
Faster!
That's gotta be it.
If that's what I think it is, this isn't gonna be easy. Nice try. rest well. I know I will.
And then I can't remember where the other one was.
That room's as ragged as...
So Arthur's all right.
Yep. Others weren't so lucky, though.
The Broken Hills area. Thank you. It's probably down there.
Come on. Enough of you, are there?
Let's go.
A wild wyvern. This area. Nice try. And another! slow. Too slow. That's another!
I have to buy a lot of potions now.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
And what can I do for you? You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here.
Now we continue with the story.
Come on.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for...
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Oh no.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have...
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small?
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows?
You're a long way from home, aren't you? Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison. The Empire wants answers on what the Empire...
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good... You have to be jealous as like a stones to think you could take on the Empire? What with their 100...
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time they visited?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then this village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Fair.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought...
Are you all right?
Sorry, we still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to... A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before... Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Maps. Why was it fox calls?
Ready, go?
Can I not just go through there and then just go?
Yeah!
That'll do, girl.
That's a fair old scar.
Come on. All right. This might take a while. More of my mother's
Over here! Fly, Ambrosia.
Blood, Clive.
Oh, and then it...
And still wet.
That's kind of cool.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness that...
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria. Oh, your
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, your friends have been found. They await you in Oldhill.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
They panicked, and I don't know
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
They really said Dark Final Fantasy.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. Run like the wind! No need to ride from here.
They tell us there's a curfew.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Or at least it was.
Faster!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Viceland's dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
No, they're enough for
Fuck off!
Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your stall!
Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure.
Oh, you mean
The entire place
wanted to
looked
go in the first
abandoned.
place?
Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Oldham.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
So I'm actually making a good time.
Run like the wind. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. It's over.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Do you know?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
You know, like, after everything you've gone through, to finally start finding people, like, that you knew, it feels good.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire.
Facts.
But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
What is it you require? May it serve the cause well. Our thanks, my lord. It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I, sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without... While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use...
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
As you come out.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which will putting an end to...
And so we shall.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Yeah!
Come along now.
The bastards.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Straight home now.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come!
Yeah.
Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for
Well done, Tom.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Let's try. Let's go!
Get him!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Come on!
Guess we're all ready.
Not good. Nice try. Help me, boy. Not good. To me, boy. There's a good boy.
Oh, I think I can finally get removability.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings.
Perhaps. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all... I often wonder if the nation we want her fields rot. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guard, and had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if you refuse.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wronged.
I might have something which...
A badge.
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know wait.
It's always a badge.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. All right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
I don't remember this.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
What do you expect? He just got his nephew back. I don't know why I'm whispering.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. I love you. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Are you ready, my queen?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done,
You were never a monster, my
will the
queen.
monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Okay. I was like, why did we pull him there? Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess. I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul. Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one from spit roasts to sweetmeats. This book has them all.
If it's my blessing.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of... But you're made of sterner stuff.
Something tells me you won't be taking no.
Fantastic!
So?
Chance's stew. It was once a favourite. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, a beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but...
Does the book say anything?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout...
Roses. One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. All done?
There are new billets being...
Clive! Oh, am I glad...
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to put... Something's getting him down. And it's like he's lost his spark, you know? But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he was...
Fine.
Knew you'd...
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be.
All right, now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. Wait a bit, then head up...
monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
First August, and now you. What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been waiting. I thought you might want...
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business.
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for... Please, mate.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing, really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you'd bother...
Why don't you tell us all?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Lights. Made my stuff look like I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now, there. You got what you came for.
All right.
So now we buy it from her, and then we give it to you.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only... If he has doubts, it will affect his work.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to help that.
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. Karen, do you have a... Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his... But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of...
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. He doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasts.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hats.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse break. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec.
Thank you, Karen.
At least you...
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of...
I'll leave the hunting to you. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets.
Good idea.
Let's go to Martha's Rest first.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if...
Unwanted violets. If you have...
Why, I haven't heard folk call them. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turned away, used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, that sort of thing. And even if they were...
Do the scorpion...
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet.
Thank you.
Okay, but I want to do the other quest first. Cair Norvent. That's Gloriskate. Rivergate. It was Cair Norvent Westgate. Right? Sandbreak. We're in Sandbreak. Unless it's here, and because I've never explored that area, that's where. But it said Cair Norvent, so it has to be here. But then it said West. So I'm going to assume. I wish I could just go there. Let's just travel there. Unlock the map.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
Good girl.
Careful.
Time to fight. Back to the stables, girl.
Hopefully. Now I've got the whole map, so we're good. It said Westgate, so I'm going to assume here. Because I don't have it anywhere else. And it said Cair Norvent.
Good day to you. You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
Good girl. All right. Time to fight. Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Oh, there he is.
Leatherwork will have to wait. Torgal, look sharp. Something there, boy. Could that be our man?
Sorry.
Get it, boy!
That feel good, boy.
Okay.
You all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille.
Not so lowly from what you remember selling to a merchant by the name...
She's bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance. She send you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise it, and I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting you. I'd dearly love to actually...
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds...
You sure?
Well, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it.
In that case?
I'd be much obliged if... Right. You send your blacksmith my...
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Search the nearby swamps. Is it quicker to go there? Nah, it's quicker to go here.
After what the Empire did to Martha's lot, I'd be daft to stay. Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Goggle, kill!
I better get this back to the barn before it goes bad. Worse, at least.
I really wish I was better at stringing this longer, but I just... Ooh, I can't do it.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this?
You wouldn't be wrong.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose.
Ew, no.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the... Grab a spoon, Sid.
I'm, not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Odin's teeth. What the salt on the senses is... And yet, up through the pungency, there rise... It takes a moment to recover from... I must share this gift. I won't. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her...
I'm... sure...
I don't know if that's a good thing.
That monster's taken quite a life.
And what can I do for you? You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
And with a bit of luck... How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this. You're joking. He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you...
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil. Oh, this is fine work.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Here, Clive.
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And it turns out he's from Tabor. And again, but our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in...
Then we better keep this close.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Still, I'm glad you found him.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker. Anyway, enough narrowing.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No, right, now that's sorted. Thanks, Clive.
See, now you get better equipment because of it. Gotta do side quests.
What do you want? Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it.
So it's from a hunt.
Anything else?
I think we will start there. I'll pick it up again probably tomorrow or something.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Signing off. I appreciate everyone who stopped by. Payne, I appreciate the subscribing today. This helps me out. Again, like I said, I'll try and stream it either tomorrow or Sunday, depending on what happens. Hopefully I can do like a long stream, and then just kind of knock the game out, because I'm pretty sure I only have maybe like, I would think maybe like 5-6 hours left in the game. Because my friends say like where I'm at is pretty much like the middle towards like 3/4 of the way through. So just kind of like definitely finish it. But thanks everyone for stopping by. I appreciate it always, and I will catch you guys next time.